Tuesday, Why Gemini, and today we're going to finish decorating the tree by making a tree topper. So I'm doing a celestial themed decor for Christmas this year, and the last couple of weeks we had made a tree skirt and a couple of ornaments to match with that, and now it's time to do the tree topper. So I technically already have a star that fits this theme already. I thrifted this star 2 years ago. But I really wanted to try my hand at DIYing something for the tree topper, so I wanted to try my hand at duping this one from Crate & Barrel. This is the frosted glass tree topper from Crate & Barrel, which apparently is not available on their site anymore, but I think originally it was around $65-ish, which I don't think is that bad for being a glass ornament. So I'm not going to be making this out of glass. Instead, I'm actually going to be making it from leftover plastic sheets that I have laying around from previous projects. So I thought this would be a good excuse to use it and to spend $0 to make this star. So let's get started. One of the cool things about this product listing for the tree topper on the Crate & Barrel's website is that they have this 3D model where you can spin around the object. This was really helpful in getting all the angles of the star. For instance, I can see here there's a point of 3 triangles here and 3 points that stick out of the base. Then there's a horizontal row of 6 equilateral triangles in the middle, and then more triangles that poke outward. From here, I determined there are 3 types of triangles that I'm going to use. I'm going to make some template triangles out of cardstock, and I'm going to use my Cricut here to get a more precise cut, but you can totally cut them out by hand. These are the measurements I ended up going with, the first being an isosceles triangle for the pointed top, then slightly taller ones for the one that poke out, and then equilateral triangle with 3-inch sides. First, I'll trace a couple of our templates onto a plastic board. I typically put one side of the template to an existing edge to make things a little bit easier and faster. Next, use a utility blade and straight edge to make several cuts along the line that you like to cut. Then comes my favorite part. Align the scored line to the edge of the table. Then we're going to align the straight edge on top of it and give it a firm karate chop. Inevitably, you're going to get some that have some leftover bits like this, probably from not scoring well enough with the blade towards the end. In this case, I'm going to use a chisel to remove the bulk and rasp to file the rest. To give the frosted look, I'm going to sand using 120 grit on a scrap wood piece. Next, I'm going to add our faux soldering by using gold washi tape left over from when we made the mirror ornaments last week. I'm going to tape the entire border of all the triangles. Now it is time to assemble. So I'm going to be using CA glue to attach the triangles together. That is the best to bond plastic to plastic, but you're going to see me run into some issues later. Right back because I'm going to grab an air purifier because I'm starting to smell the fumes and it's not great. After a lot of applying CA glue and then holding for each piece for several minutes, I eventually got impatient and whipped out the hot glue gun. I thought this would be good for placing a kind of ledge for the angled pieces to sit on. I didn't use this initially because hot glue is not the strongest bond, especially for plastic. It gives a very soft, wiggly bond, whereas the CA glue will give a firmer and more rigid bond. And here's where I see some issues. So after some tricky assembly, I found the washi tape was actually coming off of the plastic, because of course washi tape is not also the strongest tape ever. Since the glue was on the tape itself and not the plastic, the angled pieces didn't want to stay in place. I therefore took the washi tape off of just the bottom of those tall triangles and then re-glued them into place. And after a couple hours of gluing, I think we're finally ready to put it on top of our tree. Alright, that concludes decorating for our celestial themed Christmas this year. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I admit this isn't my favorite out of everything we made for this theme. Up far, it looks pretty okay, but up close, ooh, up close is rough, guys. There's a lot of unevenness. There is a lot of lumps of hot glue everywhere up close, so I definitely wouldn't look at it too close. But I do forgive myself because one, I didn't spend any money to make this, and two, it just gives me another chance to be creative, do something that I wanted but didn't want to buy. So really not mad at it at all. And sometimes it's just like that. That's totally okay. Like, it's just another chance of being creative and challenging myself to do something new. So yeah, I think the favorites this year was probably the tree skirt because I spent a lot of time on that and it came out beautiful and the velvet's really nice. And the embroidery took forever, but I'm really happy with the skirt, and I know that will last me a long time. But if you missed that, I'll link it in the cards above and the description below for you to check out. But yeah, this is going to be my last video of 2025. I'll see you guys on the other side. I have a bunch of ideas of what we're going to make next year, so I'm really excited. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those. But for now, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I will see you next year.